can make the most of the time that we have with Ty this morning.
Excellent, Gary. Thank you so much for being here, as always.
Yeah, pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may or may not know, especially, see, Gary, you may or may not know that Gary's the one that works very hard. Not only is he here almost every Saturday, he also is the one that works very hard to make sure we have fully edited, all my mistakes get edited out. Any technical difficulties get edited out. And that he spends hours doing that so that we have the best possible quality, especially ones, training ones, I guess, isn't so important, but especially ones that we want to give to our brand new guests or prospective partners. It's really good to have that best foot forward, and Gary's part of the team that makes sure we have that. So Gary, we're very grateful. So ladies and gentlemen, this morning we have Ty Tribble, and Ty has just generously offered to be a regular guest, which is fantastic because, so many of us want to be the best we can be in partnering with Manitech and sharing this great company, this great opportunity, and this great technology. Now, Ty Tribble is an internet entrepreneur, author, and work-at-home dad who lives in Seattle, Washington with his wife, Rochelle, and 2 children, Emma and Tyler. Ty has been featured in Entrepreneur and Success from Home magazine and is considered by many as the founding father of network marketing bloggers. Author of the book, Double Your Income with Network Marketing, Ty teaches lead generation strategies through social media and blogging to tens of thousands of network marketers around the world. You may remember him from the social, mobile, global trainings with Manitech. If you look at the email invitation that I sent you, there's an archive of those trainings as well. So Ty is now partnered with James Hannon. He's a new presidential. Congratulations, Ty. And this morning, we're going to be talking about mastering social media for your home business. So Ty, 1,000 blessings to you. Thank you so much. I'll hand over and make you the host now so that you can share your screen.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Sharon. And I have to say that meetings like this, especially going back to 2003, which is actually the year I launched my first blog, the year I did my first Google AdWord ad, which was amazing. These are invaluable to people. And so I certainly appreciate the fact that you offer this to folks without asking for anything in return. It's an amazing opportunity for people to not only plug in themselves, but plug in their team and just appreciate you and what you've done here. It's certainly a job that every single week you got to be there and do it and get up early and prepare. And there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes. So I certainly appreciate all you do, Sharon. It's tremendous and so beneficial to those folks that you serve.
Thank you, Ty. Well, I love the contribution aspect, but I can definitely declare that there's a selfish aspect as well. I gain so much from these, and I'm about to today. Thank you very much. I'll turn my camera off and I'll see you at the end. Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, make sure if you have specific questions, so Ty's going to do a bit of a training, but there'll be time for questions. You'll need to figure out where the chat box is and put them in there because we can't open your audio for this call. So Ty, take it out.
Awesome. Let me see if I can share my screen here effectively. All right, I think I got it. Yeah. So let's talk about, are we good? Does it say crafting your message on your screen?
Yes, it does.
Awesome, perfect. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the whole idea of this social mobile global concept and crafting your message for the folks who are seeing your posts on social media. So this is my grandmother, who was a great inspiration to me as a little kid, and there I am throwing up the peace sign, and of course she made a beautiful watermelon dessert there. But the whole purpose of this is not to say, here I am, but have fun with what you do on social media. Okay, so, here I am, a goofy little kid with my shirt off, and of course, the most important person in the world to me was my grandmother at the time, and if you'd be surprised at what little things can make a big difference on your social media accounts. But let's talk about the big idea today, right? So, as we go through this, I want you to really think about what you post on social media, because I think I'm gonna make you aware of something that once you see it, you're gonna go, oh my gosh, so obvious that maybe I was doing something wrong, and maybe you're doing everything right. You know, I'm not here to judge it at all. I'm just here to offer my perspective and what's worked for me over the last. Like I said, I started on the internet side of things in 2003 and have been able to do it very well. But here's the big idea. The big idea today is to learn how to attract potential business partners and customers to your brand. And when I say your brand, I'm meaning you. To what you want to do with not only your life, but what you want to do with Manatech and how you want to tie those things together. Because what's interesting is that so many people get involved in Manatech, and I'll be very blunt about this. I got started in Manatech to make money, okay? And then things transpired, and to make a long story short, Manatech products saved my life. And so my perspective about Manatech changed dramatically. And I actually have probably over the last maybe 3 to 6 months shifted into a more product-focused business approach to people. But I would challenge you to start where your mind is, start where your heart is, start where your passion is, and then we can adapt the online strategies, the offline strategies to your specific passion, okay? Because if you are not passionate about what you're doing, people don't tend to last very long. It's like, I mean, the parallels between blogging and network marketing are so obvious to me. I launched my first blog in October of 2003. In the first 12 months, it was not the greatest thing in the world. It was a bit of a struggle, to the point where at one point I was blogging specifically because I knew that one person was reading my blog posts every single day. And I thought, okay, if that one person was reading my blog posts, I know for a fact that I better continue blogging, because maybe I'll connect with them one day. Maybe, who knows what's going to happen. And then what's wild is that one person that was actually reading my blog post turned out to be me, and not an actual prospect. But I continued because of that one person, the one person being me. So what happens is that I gained a level of consistency over a period of time, and all of a sudden I was getting, 20 people a day to read my blog post, and then 50 people a day to read my blog post, and then 100 people a day, and then 1,000 and 2,000 and 3,000 and even more. But it started with the one, and the one was me. So I would challenge you to, and the same thing with network marketing, there's just this consistency that is missing from the majority of people. And if you get this level of consistency in your business, you're going to find that you will blow past just about everybody else that is, potentially your competition, but more so, you're competing with yourself. There's not a single person on this web meeting, on this webinar, on this call that does not have the potential to build a business and to build a 6-figure level of income with Manatech, especially with the new compensation plan. And I don't say that to blow smoke up your rear or anything like that. I say that because I know for a fact I've been around this too long. I've met people that are not anywhere near as talented as you are. I know for a fact that you can do this. So this is a bit of a shift where we're continuously running around and making our list of names, and I highly recommend you do it. Make a list of names and contact those people and see where they are. But more so, we're talking to people at where they are in their life, not where we want them to be. So often we're projecting that, you know, we want them to sign up as an associate. In reality, they might just want to lose 10 to 15 pounds, and they're a perfect candidate to be a preferred customer. And of course, with our new pod program and everything else that's going on in Mantech, it's a great benefit to have customers, right? So what if we could attract potential business partners and customers to your personal brand? And here's the big question. Who do you want in your business? Okay, who do you want in your business? Here, you know, think about your perfect prospect. They're motivated, they're fun, they're positive, they're likely high energy. So the things that we're posting on social media, if we're doing it my way, I'm not saying my way is the only way, by the way. Okay, right? I'm not a perfect human being. I believe there's maybe one of those in the history of the world, and it's not me. Okay, so I'm not perfect. But as we go through this, maybe I can just add to your understanding a little bit. So we're looking for people who are motivated. We're looking for people who are fun. We're looking for people who are positive. We're looking for people with a high level of energy. Now, here's the problem. Many times we're taught, I'm not saying we're taught, we are thinking that the best approach is a direct approach. And I'll give you an example. And what tends to happen, and I had a post, I've actually saved many posts like this that I've witnessed on Facebook. And if you go to Facebook and spend a little bit of time there, you'll see this as well. The majority of the time when people post something where I would call it a direct approach, you don't get any likes, you don't get any response, you don't get any comments. Okay, this is what you're after. My whole goal personally with Facebook and other places is to make people smile, because I know that if I can make a post and make them smile, then when the time comes and I make a post that's more directly related to business, I'm not saying indirectly is maybe the better way to put it, indirectly related to business, that people will respond more likely if I've made them smile in the past. And so my whole goal is, okay, can I make this person smile? And so I tend to associate the direct approach with people who are more likely to be a used car salesman. Okay, here's a good example of a used car salesman. I mean, just the kind of person that you don't tend to trust. And so with you, here's an idea. Okay, again, I'm not perfect. I don't have all the answers, but I can tell you what I've seen that works over the last 10 years on Facebook and social media and other outlets like that, and what I've seen not work. And the proof is in the pudding. What gets likes, what gets comments, what gets shares. Okay, what gets likes, what gets comments, what gets shares. Here's the direct approach, okay? I'm so excited. Manatech is offering a buy two, get one free deal on ManaBoom. It's the best. Here's my link. Now, seems reasonable, seems logical, but here's the reality. Most of the time when you do an approach like this on Facebook, you get, your response to your post is crickets, okay? Crickets, meaning no one responds whatsoever, okay? So that's kind of the direct approach. In some circumstances that might be okay, but I'm going to suggest that 99% of the time it doesn't really work very well. Okay, so what would I recommend you do instead? A two-pronged approach. It is a personal approach and a curiosity approach. And I would also just say, from an influence perspective, okay, in the industry of network marketing, in your Manatech business, the people who are going to be extremely successful right out of the gate are the people who have influence to start with. And influence is just another term for leadership, if you will. Okay, so the personal approach and curiosity approach might be something like this. Last year, I changed one thing in my winter routine and skipped the flu season altogether. Now, when I say skip the flu season altogether, you could actually change that to be a little more specific. You could say, and I didn't get the flu all year. Okay, but your choice, however, whatever your words are. I'm not trying to give you the exact words to use because I want you to think about your personality. I still want you to be you. There's enough Ty Tribbles out there. There's enough Garys. There's enough Sharons. There's enough James Hannons, okay? We don't need any more of those people. We need more of you to attain success in Manatech and to get the word out about these amazing products and the amazing compensation plan and opportunity to earn income. Okay, so last year I changed one thing in my winter routine and skipped the flu season altogether. Hint, it wasn't a flu shot. Leave a comment if you want my secret, okay? So we're approaching people with a personal approach. I skipped the flu season by doing one specific thing. And if you want my secret, so curiosity, if you want my secret, leave a comment below. Do you see how that's different than buy my stuff? Okay, buy my junk? I mean, that's, people come onto Facebook to interact, to see pictures, to see friends, kids going off to college, and all kinds of different interesting things. They typically do not go on there to buy. So if you're offering something, and I see this over and over again, whether it doesn't matter what network marketing company it is, if there's like a specific offer to buy my stuff, it gets no response whatsoever. So I challenge you to think about it a little more specifically and say, okay, I'm going to use a more personal approach, and I'm going to use a little bit of curiosity. God bless this company. It was the first company I've ever been associated with. And I always say it begins with an A and ends with a way. And if you can't figure out what it is, I'll answer it, off the record for you. But they had something called a curiosity approach. And the curiosity approach with that company was specific because you didn't want to say the name of that company, but some people would run the other direction. Okay? But, however, the curiosity approach worked for them. And I'm not saying that it was right or wrong with that company because in reality it was probably a little bit deception. I'm not talking about deception. I'm talking specifically about you being able to just give enough curiosity that people go, I wonder what that's all about. I think I'm going to leave a comment or send them a message and see what's going on. Okay, so curiosity and personal versus, hey, I'm with Manatech, buy all my cool stuff. Okay, does that make sense so far? Hopefully that makes sense. Because here's the thing. What do they like, comment, and share? I can tell you for a fact that people on Facebook specifically do not like, comment, and share on stuff that is buy this. Hey, I got a 2-for-1 deal. Even though Manaboom is an amazing product and buy 2, get 1 free is an insanely powerful offer. Guess what? People don't care. But when you say specifically, hey, this is I've got something that is not a flu shot, but kept me from getting the flu all year. Comment below and I'll let you know whatever your verbiage is. Again, be you, word it in your own words, but the curiosity level of that and the connection level of that and the personal connection of that with folks, because here's the thing, people do not want to get the flu. People want to be healthy. Okay, but getting the flu is better than being healthy, or not getting the flu is better than being healthy. What do I mean by that? It means you look at the pain that people have. The pain of laying in bed for 4 days with the flu, and that's if you're male. If you're female, you lay in the bed for 1 day and then you get up and go about your business still with the flu. And sorry guys, but it's the truth. That's a personal connection that you can have with people. That's a pain that people have that you have a solution for. And but people don't share, people don't like, people don't comment, and people don't share on buy my stuff. They may like, they may share, and they may comment on a solution for a very specific problem that they're having. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So let's talk about other Facebook posts that you can utilize and think about that you might connect with people. And then I'll wrap it up here and take questions. So image quotes. There's some specific ways to do this. You can utilize Canva, which is a free tool, canva.com. You can utilize Pixabay, which is another free tool to get pictures, pixabay.com. But you can basically, you're looking for quotes that may impact a person's life, putting a picture with those quotes and posting them on your site. And you can actually just Google some of these that you'll find and repost some. But those things tend to make an impact on people. Again, if you remember back to what is the goal is to find the right type of people, connect with the right type of people. You're looking for the people who are positive. You're looking for people who are that are along the lines of folks who want to make an impact in the world. Okay, so positive people. So people who are also, when I say impact, there's a certain personality you're looking for, potentially business-minded people. And so if you have a particular quote, image quote, inspirational quote, relevant articles related to business and other things like that you can share. And then videos, of course, are amazing to share. These are just 4 different types of Facebook posts that you can make. And then when you get a person to like or comment on these types of posts, that's an open door for you to connect with them further. Here's the reality. I don't know how many. I think I've got close to 5,000 Facebook friends. I've deleted some over the years and brought some back, and who knows exactly how many I've gotten. I think the average is 300 or something along those lines. Many of the people on Facebook I do not know, okay? And you're probably in the same circumstance. If you will, if someone likes something, it's a perfect opportunity to reach out to them in one way, shape, or form and say hi and connect with them a little bit deeper. And I've always said, don't be afraid to go deep with people, because when you have a discussion with someone about what's going on in their life, about what their dreams and goals are, that conversation, you set yourself so far apart from everyone else in the world. It's just a really cool opportunity to do something great and make an impact. So let me do this here. All right, so let me pop up the chat button, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have related to Facebook, related to social media. And I see the word authentic, which is so true. You want to be you want to be authentic and an authentic version of you, obviously. But these things really, your posts on Facebook, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out what to post on Facebook. You want to stay positive. You want to be inspirational. You want to make an impact on people. But there's a fine line between being overly promotional And there's a fine line, you know, between overly promotional and still getting the word out about your business. I'm not saying you don't get the word out about your business. You must. You have to. But you do it in a slightly more tactful way is my recommendation. So, okay. Questions are rolling. Let me pop these up. So can you help people with pros and cons of using video and Facebook Live versus other types of video? So I would highly recommend Facebook Live as a way to connect with people. It gets easier as you go forward. The more you do it, the better you get. I remember specifically a buddy of mine by the name of Ray Higdon, who, when he first started doing video, he was horrible. I mean, just flat out bad. And over a period of time, you just tend to get better. And so I would highly recommend that. I mean, maybe it's a 2-minute video about, I mean, whatever your passion is, whatever your topic is. Could be product related, could be, you know, I mean, a video about making your breakfast in the morning that might be a True Health shake could be very impactful. Okay, I changed my diet completely in the last 3 months, and specifically health related, but Manatech and True Health fit so well into where I changed to that me creating a video of making a shake, you know, I add blueberries and strawberries and a little bit of ice and my True Health powder and everything, you know, True Plenish powder, and then zip it up. And if I put that on the video or Facebook Live, it could be very impactful. So think about what your passion is, tie it in with your Manatech business, and have fun and be consistent with it. So could be once a week, could be 3 times a week, could be 5 times a week. Whatever your level of participation in your Manatech business, I would highly recommend you just knock it out of the park with video. Video is so powerful. Probably the main number one thing you could do in your business is video to make an impact, and just have a lot of fun with it. How often should you post a blog? So when I am in full blog mode, I would say, I mean, you're looking at a minimum, what I would recommend is 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Now, the cool thing about blogging is that you could actually do all of your blogging in off time. Okay, so when my prospects go to sleep is when I blog, right? So when I'm finished with making my phone calls for the day, when I'm finished with all my other stuff, I could potentially knock out 3, 4, 5 blog posts and schedule them in advance. So I'm not getting into the personal business building time. Blogging, I would consider it on top of literally reaching out to people and building my business. But 4 or 5 days a week, if that's an area where you believe that you have some talent in, that you believe that you have some passion in, that you want to get the word out about your business, highly recommend that you hammer out as many as possible. The best bloggers now. Here's I guess a punch in the mouth a little bit to those folks who are blogging. If you're blogging, you don't have a mechanism to generate leads within your blog, you're wasting your time with a blog, okay? So if I'm going to say it one more time. If you're blogging and you don't have a lead capture mechanism, could be a lead capture page, could be a pop-up, something on your blog that is capturing leads and building a list. A list is everything. Everybody says, build a list of names. Well, it's the same thing on the internet. Okay, so building a list of names on the internet is equally as important as building, your top 20, 30, 40, 50 people to call in your Manatech business, okay? So if you're just blogging and you don't have the other pieces to the puzzle in place, you're kind of wasting your time. So it's blogging, but also having a lead capture mechanism in place. Okay, so do you still blog, or do you mainly concentrate on Facebook now to find your leads? I mainly do social media for my leads. I think blogging is very good. It just takes a level of commitment and concentration that the average person does not have. I believe that Facebook, there's a way to connect with people on Facebook through Messenger and through posting, a combination of the two that is so ultra powerful. I mean, you just can't. I mean, I just look back at when I first started in network marketing and think about how was it possible to connect with 100 people in a month? And it would be one-on-one meetings in coffee shops and standing in front of whiteboard and things like that. And it's just extremely difficult to hit those numbers. But on social media, not difficult at all. And here's what I would recommend with social media. Okay, so you do the things that I talked about, image quotes and inspirational quotes and relevant articles and videos and things of that nature, but you also just reach out to people arbitrarily and say, hey, what do you got going on in your life? What are you working on? What are you excited about? And this little verbiage works with people who are involved in network marketing and not involved in network marketing. What are you working on? What are you excited about? And when you take those two things and you have a genuine interest in your heart in other people and what they could potentially accomplish in life and in the world and bettering themselves and all that kind of great stuff that is associated with Manatech and our teams and our upline, just the impact that people can have, you will be surprised at how responsive people are. Okay. So understanding what oneself stands for first and foremost is the key. Absolutely. I think you need to understand your passion. My passion as a whole has changed. I would say when I first got started in Manatech, I mean, I'll just give you this quick story just to give you a little bit of a timeline, because I'm not saying it's abnormal, but so I got started in Manatech a few years ago and flew in and met with the founder of Manatech, and then that particular founder left. And it left me in a situation where, I was kind of tied to that founder's vision at the time. Okay, so I faded away from Manatech for a period of time, and then maybe about 16 months ago, something like that, 16, 18 months ago, I came back and realized that, oh my gosh, the business that I had previously built was still there. The folks who I had contacted were still buying products. It made a huge difference. So then in about a, 14-month period of time, I went presidential. Okay, so built a little bit and left. I didn't say I completely left, but I just faded away a little bit, and then I came back and bang, I got very excited about the potential. And a lot of what my shift was I originally was money focused and focused on the opportunity. And then I realized that the products made such an impact on other people's lives, including my own. Okay. So that shift was good in a lot of ways, because a lot of people are focused on products in Manatech. It's not a bad thing to focus on, because you can build your business either way. But it allowed me to come back in and really build where my passion is, because I believe Manatech products saved my life in a lot of ways. Okay, so because of that, it is a huge blessing to be part of this team and this company. Where we're at. Personal profile versus Facebook page. The majority of the people should focus on their personal profile and less on a Facebook page. Facebook page, maybe once you hit a particular level, you can launch a Facebook page and start doing some things there. I would mainly focus on your personal profile and reaching out to your friends and connecting with people on your friends list. list, do you segment the list, separate business versus wellness? Yeah, that's a good question. So the question is, in terms of lists, do you separate business versus wellness? I would absolutely 100% do that. When I speak in front of large groups, what's interesting to me is that I'll ask this question, and maybe you can answer on the comments if you choose to. I would say, okay, how many of you are focused on a product approach when it comes to business? And typically, roughly, on the average network marketing company, half the people raise their hands. And then I would say, okay, how many of you are focused on a business approach, right? And the other half raise their hands. And I would say, respectfully, that you're both wrong, okay? Because you don't focus on, if you're focusing on a business approach or if you're focusing on a product approach, then who are you focusing on in reality? You're actually focusing not on the person sitting across from you in the coffee shop. You're focusing on inwardly on yourself. So I would focus on a solution for the other person. Sometimes it's business, sometimes it's going to be product. Okay, and you'll know that based on the questions you ask them. Okay, so hopefully that helps there. How powerful is Instagram? I believe Instagram is very powerful. My daughter is, she gets sent products all the time. She's got a ton of Instagram followers. I've got a bunch of Instagram followers. I don't use it to the level I probably should. However, I think it's more difficult to connect one-on-one with people on Instagram versus Facebook. So until maybe you're a presidential, I would focus more on Facebook. I think you can go presidential on Facebook and you're a warm market. Okay, that's my personal opinion. Once you get past presidential, then you can focus on some of these other areas. Just my recommendation. Does blogging have a specific format? Yes. So if I'm blogging, I would recommend WordPress, self-hosted. So you find a host that you control your domain name and you control your blog host. So you basically control the whole thing, as opposed to like Tumblr or WordPress.com or something like that. So I think this is Joy or Erica. Arena Joy. Okay, so send me a private message on Facebook or reach out to me and I'll give you some more specifics on that. But I mean, that's a very specific topic. But yeah, so in other words, don't let someone else control your blog, whether it's Tumblr or WordPress.com or something like that. You want to control your own blog with a domain name and a host. Kira, do you send Manatech info videos to people to explain product on Messenger? Yes. Yes, I do. As a matter of fact, my upline, James Hannon, did a informational video that was really a presentation that he did. And I sent it to someone last week and the person signed up. So I would highly recommend you utilize all videos and utilize your upline as much as possible. But I mean, I didn't expect the person to sign up without any additional communication, but they were like, yep, ready to go. Just tell me where to go. And then they 190-point auto ship order on a monthly basis, and they're ready to go. Boom. Exciting, right? Because Manatech is that good, and that's the truth. It's just a matter of getting to enough people that are open and serving them, whether they're looking for a business opportunity or a product opportunity, because we have both now in a big way. Last question here, and we'll wrap it up. When you do a blog post, do you spend time making it keyword related and SEO optimized? To a certain extent, I would say that my most successful blog posts were not when I did a bunch of like technical keyword search engine optimization, things of that nature. My most successful blog posts happened when I thought about, okay, what is my perfect prospect searching for? Okay, what is my perfect prospect searching for? Then I'd write about that, and all of a sudden, that particular post got a lot of traffic. Okay, so, and for whatever reason, a lot of them came in the shower. So hopefully that makes sense. You know, you can get super technical with blogging and things like that, but again, the reality is it really comes back to how many people did you have a quality conversation with today about your business? Okay, how many people did you speak to today in a quality manner, in a very specific way about your business? And it's really, I say that, and I have to reverse it just slightly, because really we're talking about their solution, not my solution. Okay, so when you're talking to people, quality conversations about helping them in areas of wellness or areas of income. Hopefully that makes sense. Sharon, are you still with us?
I'm here.
Awesome. I think we're basically wrapped up. Hopefully I didn't go too far over. I appreciate all the amazing questions.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We actually have an hour, so you're well under.
Terrific.
Yeah, there's lots of time. So, and you can tell from the engagement and the questions that people are going to take this and implement it. So it's great. Ladies and gentlemen, Ty will be coming back in the next month or so. So get some of that implementation happening, and then there'll be another opportunity for you to ask more questions and get support. So Ty, God bless you. Thank you so much for being here today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll just come back so I can wave at you. Thanks for being here. We're very appreciative, and we acknowledge you for investing this time in your business. So thanks all. Thanks to Ty. Fantastic morning. Thanks, Gary. Gotta love coming together like this.
God bless everybody. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Have a great Saturday, everyone. See you.